project is about gender identity set in a job centre. So I went from being on Universal Credit to working for Universal Credit, and I also went on my own gender journey of unpacking and understanding that I identify as non-binary. So I began to think about what it would be like to explore living outside the gender binary in a very binary and oppressive tick box space like the job centre. So in phase 1 in 2023, we worked with 10 early career queer artists across the East Midlands to co-create and figure out what story we wanted to tell. Into phase 2 in 2024, we carried on our outreach work by working with Phoenix Theatre Company, Unanima and Bulwell Arts Festival to work with working class, disabled, neurodivergent and queer young people and adults to refine our story and really unpack the intersectionality of privilege, power and solidarity, which are key themes for the play. Something that we realised when working with Bulwell Arts Festival specifically was there was a space missing for a group of people to come together through different marginalised experiences to have a safe space to connect. So this led to the creation of Queerdos, which is an online monthly meetup for queer, disabled and neurodivergent people across the UK. So now we're into the R&D, we're bringing all this work together and we're working with Chuck SJ, the composer, to bring new songs to life. We are finalising the script with the support of Jamie Fletcher, who was providing dramaturgy and directorial support, and really refining the characters and the story and fine-tuning what it is we actually want to say.
Yeah, it's really exciting to be in a room with genderqueer people. It's sometimes a space that you don't find as much in theatre, and I think when it is, it's really special, it's really exciting. And also because the topic is about universal credit, a lot of us have varying experiences, some good, some bad, some mid, about that, and being in a space where you can share those experiences and it goes into the show feels a really valuable thing.
I think we see a lot of stories that show transness as like a real internal struggle, and it's more of a narrative of like self-hatred, and that's just not the case for loads of trans people. It's like feeling perfectly happy in yourself, but it's how society reacts to that which can be the struggle.
I think it's going to end up being a really, really interesting piece of work. I think it's going to be a great show. I think that there's some really fun music that we're going to have. We've got this fantastic composer who's bringing in this punk style inspired music that really contrasts with that rigid system of the job centre. So I think it's going to be a play full of contradictions and how people who feel like a contradiction can find a way to exist in this world, which I think is going to be fantastic.
This is a pacey and surreal dark comedy with songs about power, privilege and solidarity. It was incredible to have all of these different people with different sets of lived experiences coming together to really mould and shape the characters, and you need more voices in order to realistically portray each individual character's journey. So I found it incredibly useful and helpful and exciting and empowering. Because community groups and artists alike have impacted this story's development, the next stage is to look for venues and organisations who equally value community and artists. We want to partner with venues to bring this story to stages and include community groups who they're already reaching in the production itself as part of our cast. We are a theatre for change, so if you're as excited by co-created, participatory projects that bring exciting quality theatre to your stages, then we would love to hear from you.